In this lesson, today we are going to take the fifth lesson, the 100 dresses. This lesson is having two parts. So here in the first part, it mentions about the three girls. Two are coming from a rich family. They are Americans. And one poor girl from a Jewish girl. And here, how the American girls are treating this poor Jewish girl. Because she is poor, she is coming from a slum area where she was not able to wear a good dress. Accordingly, when going to the school, she is having only a one set pair of dress, and that is, the color has been faded. So the other two girls who are the Americans, they among them, one is rich and proud enough that she is the best girl. So she always tries to get time to make fun of this girl. Understood? So now we will see how that poor girl's feeling, what are the poor girl's feelings, and how she is spending her days in the classroom. So all are sitting in the same classroom, but she is far away from the other students. Understood now? Okay, now we will go through the lesson. How do we judge the people around us? By their money, wealth and position. So in our place also, many people are different kinds of people are there according to different stages they are living, isn't it? So there are many people who judge people accordingly, whether they are poor or they are having so much wealth, or according to their position, that is according to their job, isn't it? So majority people, we can say about 90% of the people are according to this only, isn't it? That means they neglect the poor stage of the people. That means the poor people which are not able to stand according to the rich one, isn't it? So there may be some of them of the poor people, poor sector people living in the areas where their rich people are not there, isn't it? So they are maybe living together, all the poor sectors, they all will be living together far away from the places of the rich people. But in olden times there was untouchability, isn't it? According to the color, race, caste and religion. So now that much is not there, but still it is on stand only. It is still according to the society, it is still there, isn't it? But majority people, the poor people, the high class people or the high rich family do not want to mingle with the poor people, isn't it? Same happens in the school, but in the school we should not do like that way, isn't it? There can be different students coming from different families and all do not have the same status, isn't it? So there we should not consider, or we should not separate the students, separate the children, saying that you are rich and you are poor, isn't it? It is a great feeling that we are giving to that child. That means in their mind that sadness will be forever. Okay, now we will go through the lesson. So we should not. So here it is saying, how can we judge the people according to the money, wealth or position? No, it is nothing of that, isn't it? It is nothing of that. All are equal. Or is it something of more enduring value to look for it? Yes, character is the main thing, isn't it? Whether he is rich or poor. There are stories about rich people doing all kind of mischiefs in this society, isn't it? Not only mischiefs, crimes. We can say crimes, doing all kinds of crimes in the society. And at the same time, poor child who is coming from a family where they do not have food also properly, at the same time shelter also, isn't it? So those people, those children are having better character than the one which is coming from a rich or the wealthy family. So we should not judge anybody according to their wealth, isn't it? Wealth or power same, both are same. The story is a sensitive. So now coming to the story. Is a sensitive account of how a poor young girl is judged by her classmates. That means in the class, a young girl is there and how she is being looked upon by the other students. Wanda Petrovsky. Her name is Wanda. Petrovsky. She is Jewish. A Polish girl who goes to school with other American children in an American town. So she was living there, but unfortunately she has to go to a American school. These other children see Wanda as different in many ways. So now we will see what is that in different ways how the other children are looking upon her. Now look, the Polish American community in the United States. The first Polish immigrants means who had arrived from their country, arrived in America in 1608. But the largest wave of Polish immigration occurred in the early 20th century. The story is happening in the early 20th century, when more than 1 million Poles migrated to the United States. The Polish state did not exist at their time, and the immigrants were identified according to their country of origin rather than to their ethnicity, according to their wealth. Only origin they are being identified. They were identified as Russian Poles, German Poles and American Poles. So these are the sectors or division given to the people who had migrated from the other states. One of the most notable Polish American communities is in Chicago and its suburbs. And its suburbs means surroundings. So Chicago is sometimes called the second largest Polish city in the world, next only to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Polish Americans were sometimes discriminated against in the United States, as were the Irish, Italians and the Jews. So the sectors of what is going on in the society, how the people are being looked upon by the Americans. According to the United States 2000 census, 667,414 Americans of age 5 years and older reported Polish as the language spoken at the home. So again they are differentiated according to the language they are using, which is about 1.4% of the people who speak languages other than English, or 0.25% of the US population. So this is the way in how the migrated people from the other countries are being divided in the society of America. Okay. So now we go to the story. Today, Monday. That means it is the working day for the school. Wanda Petrovsky was not in her seat. So on that particular day, she is absent. But nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, these are the two American girls, Peggy and Madeline. These are the two American girls. These are the two American girls. The girls who started all the fun noticed her absence. So these two girls are the ones who is making fun of Wanda. Understood? So whenever they get time, they are waiting for an opportunity to make fun of Wanda. So on that particular Monday, who was absent in the seat of Wanda? She is not there. Usually Wanda sat in the next seat to the last seat in the last row in room 13. Room 13 is their study room, and she is sitting at the last seat on the last row. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat the corner of the room where they were most scuffling of feet, most roars of laughter when anything funny was said and most mud and dirt on the floor. So these children are, especially the boys, they don't care for cleanliness, isn't it? So the Wanda is also coming from a area which is not well furnished, isn't it? So she used to go and sit at the last seat in the last row of the classroom 13. Understood? And she is sitting at the very end of that bed, last seat, that is on the corner side. And there, from there starts the other boys, because especially last row children, students means what? Doing all kind of mischiefs in the class, isn't it? Only those naughty students will be sitting at the last bench. So clever students or brilliant students or intelligent, they all get seated in the first rows, isn't it? And the one who are not taking much interest, who are not care about their studies and all the time sitting and talking and making fun, they go at the last of the classroom. That means that is a fact. We can see everywhere in the school, everywhere we can see, even in the colleges also. These are the ones who take place in the last seat. Understood? So here also Wanda is sitting along with the other boys who are always making noise and laughing in the class and making all kind of disturbance in the class. So she is also there. But don't think she is joining with them. She is very quiet. Understood? So that is a place where Wanda is sitting. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. She did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, because the other boys, they are making always sound, isn't it? But she is not of that sort. But she is sitting in that corner. On the contrary, otherwise, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. So she is very quiet and calm in the class. But she is being seated over there only, along with the other ones who are always making noise in the class. And nobody had ever heard her laugh out loudly. So she is very quiet. Even laughing also is very rare. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was only, at the most, only a small smile can be seen on her face. That is Wanda. Understood the two paragraphs? Now coming to the next. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Bogin Heights. So she is coming to the slum area, Bogin's Heights. This is a place where Wanda is living. And her feet were usually cracked with the dry mud. So it is not a furnished path, and we can say it is a slum area where all the poor people of that sort, of that family are living together. And so the roads and everything will be full of mud and dirt. So it can be seen in her leg shoes also. Understood? But no one really thought much about Wanda Petrovsky. Once she sat in the corner of the room. But others are not worried or not cared of Wanda. Understood? Because they are all enjoying in the class, except Peggy and Madeline. The time when they thought about Wanda was outside of school hours at noon time, when they were coming back to school or in the morning, early before school began, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be laughing on their way to the schoolyard. So all the students are enjoying and coming to school. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda and have fun with her. Sometimes these students, with the care of Uma, Peggy and Madeline, they used to wait for Wanda. Not for anything else. For what? To make fun of her. Understood? Just to make fun of her and make that mind feel sad. For that, they used to wait for Wanda to come together with them. The next day, Tuesday. So Monday, she was absent. Now coming to the next day, Tuesday. Wanda was not in school neither, and nobody noticed her absence again. So the next day also, who was absent? Wanda was absent. And nobody cared about that. But these two girls are always after her. So they are worried why she is absent. But on Wednesday, so Tuesday also was over. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Madeline, who sat down friend with other children who got good marks and who did not truck in a whole lot of money, I noticed that Wanda was in there. Still on Wednesday also, these two girls went to see where is Wanda. Still her seat is empty. She did not come to school. She was pretty. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. She was pretty. She had many pretty clothes and her hair was curly. So she is a beautiful young girl who is having curly hair and at the same time pretty clothes. That means very beautiful clothes. Maddie was her closest friend. So who is her friend? Madeline was the friend. The reason Peggy and Madeline noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. Because they used to, how did they become late to school? Because usually they are not coming together, isn't it? For what are they waiting for Wanda? Yes, they are waiting for Wanda only just to make fun of her, isn't it? And laugh at her, isn't it? And now, altogether Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, now coming 2 days, 3 days already had gone and Wanda did not come. So that had made them late to school. Understood now? The reason Peggy and Madla noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. So that is the reason. What is the reason? Why are they late to school? Because they were waiting for Wanda. They are waiting for Wanda not in the form of friendship, isn't it? For what are they waiting for? While coming to school with her, what they can do? They can make fun of her. Understood? Only for that thing they were waiting for Wanda before reaching school. Because of that, they were late for all these 3 days. Because 3 days, who was absent? Wanda was absent. They had waited and waited for Wanda to have some fun with her and she just hadn't come. They often waited for Wanda Petrovsky to have him fun with her. So always they waited only for one reason, just to make fun of her. Isn't it? Waited only for one reason, make fun of her. So now you got who is Wanda and who is Peggy and Madeline, isn't it? So they both are, Wanda Jewish, but they had come to America school where she has been put in an American school, but she belongs to a slum area, that is Bogan Heights. Understood? But she is very quiet and calm in the class because all other students are Americans, isn't it? So she was very quiet. She used to sit at the last corner of the classroom where the other noise making boys are sitting, isn't it? But these two girls always noticed who? Wanda, because the only chance for waiting or seeing her is just to make fun of her. Got the idea of the first part? Now coming to the next. Wanda Petrovsky, most of the children in room 13 did not have names like that. So she is having a name much different from the other students. They had names easy to say like Thomas, Smith or Ellen. So they are saying that she is everything of her is different from compared to the other students. Even her name also, that is Wanda Petrovsky. There was one boy named Bounce. Why? Billy Bounce, and people thought that was funny. But not funny in the same way that Petrovsky was. So they are comparing whom? Billy Bounce. So they are comparing Billy Bounce. So saying that it is much better than which name? Petrovsky. Understood? Wanda did not have any friends. Why she did not have any friends? Because she is very quiet and calm. At the same time, she is far different from those wealthy, rich people, especially the students, isn't it? She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress that did not hang right. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. So she used to wear only one pair of silk dress, that is a faded blue color. Faded means all the time using, isn't it? All the time using, even when we also using the dress throughout. What will happen throughout? That means washing, putting in the sun, and throughout we are using only one dress. What will happen? The color gets faded, isn't it? And it becomes very rough very easily, isn't it? So same time she is having only one set of dress, that is a blue color which is faded. Understood? Color has been changed. But it is okay when wearing and coming, but it is not been ironed. She did not have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. So especially she don't have any friends, but she mingled with the other girls. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn handed ground. Hopscotch means a game where the children are hopping. Understood? So when the other children are playing, she used to sit and watch. By that time, the other girls used to come and round her. Wanda, Peggy would say in the most courteous manner, as though she was talking to Miss Mason. So, like when she is talking to the teacher, that respect and goodness can be seen. So, in the same way, when other students, other girls are surrounding whom Wanda, she used to come and call Wanda. She would say, giving one of her friend a nudge, tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? So, a closet means yes, wardrobe. Wardrobe. Where you keep hang your clothes. In everybody's home it is a wardrobe, that means where you hang your dresses. So, when every girls are there, surrounded there, and Wanda is in the middle of them, how did Peggy make fun of her? She used to ask, how many dresses do you have in your wardrobe? Understood? So because still she knows that the girl is wearing only one set of dress which is blue in color and it is faded also. So after knowing all that, what is Peggy asking? How many dresses do you have in your wardrobe? 100, Wanda used to say. So, the girl was good enough, isn't it? What did she say? She said 100. So, she did not say, I had only one. But instead of that, what did she say? She got 100 dresses. 100, exclaimed all the little girls incredulously, showing the willingness to believe. And because they could not believe her. Understood? Why they could not believe her? Because throughout she is wearing only one set of dress, that is blue color, which is already faded. And the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen. So all the girls, when she said 100 dresses, all were shocked, and everyone, those who were playing also, stopped their game and they looked at her in wonder. Yeah, 100 all lined up, said Wanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. Okay, she said, in my wardrobe they are all lined in a row, all the 100 dresses. What are they like? All silk? I bet, said Peggy. Again Peggy is asking, oh, you have said 100. So are they all silk? Yeah, all silk, all colors. What did she say? there are variety of colors and everything is of silk. So in those days, silk dresses are very costly, isn't it? So she said, I am having all 100 dresses of variety colors and all are of silk. All lined up in my closet. So everything, all my 100 dresses are being lined up. Then they did not let her go, and then before she could go on very far, they could not help bursting into shrieks and words of anger. So that much she had said, and she did not wait over there. She left the place. So while she was going, all these girls crowded together and made such a big laugh. They made a big laugh. Why did they make a big laugh? Because every one of them knew that Wanda is having how many set of dresses, isn't it? So everyone has noticed that she had only one blue faded dress. And now when asked, what did she say? 100 silk dresses of variety colors. 100 dresses. So they making fun. 100 dresses. Obviously, the only dress Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100? What a story. So they could not believe. So every day she is wearing only one set of dress, and why did she say that she is having 100 dresses? How many shoes did you say you had? Again, next one. How many shoes? 60 pairs. How many? 60. 60 pairs. All lined up in my closet. So again she said, I am having 60 pairs, and all that 60 pairs are also lined up. Crisis of exaggerated politeness greeted this. All alike, that means, say you are having 60 pairs means all are of the same. Oh no, every pair is different. All colors, all lined up. Said that they are not of the same. They are of different colors, and there are different shades. Isn't it? So she said they are not of the same. Like the 100 dresses, they are also different in colors and shapes. Peggy, who had thought of this game, and Madeline, her inseparable friend. Inseparable means the friend which cannot be separated. Were always the last to leave. So after all this, all the girls scattered and they all went, and the last one who has to go is Peggy and Madeline. Finally, Wanda would move up to the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in a funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. So now the school time is over and she is walking alone to her home. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies. Bullies are the boys who used to do mischiefs. So whenever that happens, Peggy used to go and help them. And she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated, at the same time having the kindness towards animals also. If anybody had said to her, don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda, she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person. Why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. That means, when everybody used to say that this much kindness and sympathy you are having with the others, then why you are showing cruelty towards Wanda? Then she used to say, why did she lie to me in her that she is having 100 dresses and 60 pairs of shoes? As for Madeline, the business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had bothering her. Maddie was poor herself. So, Maddie has joined with Peggy. Peggy is a very rich girl, isn't it? So, Maddie not up to that. She is poor. But she had joined with Peggy and he is her faithful friend, isn't it? So, for Peggy, she used to make fun of whom? Wanda. Sometimes, sorry, she usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. That means other people handing over, giving those clothes, dresses are who is wearing? Madeline is wearing, but she is not very rich equal to Peggy. She is also poor girl. At the same time, she is having more than one dress, isn't it? That is why that dress is also from where? From those people giving to her. Others are giving to her. Thanks goodness she did not live up on Boggin Heights or have a funny name. So the only thing she is separated from Wanda is that her name. Her name is Madeline. It is common. And at the same time, she is not coming from Boggin Heights. That means all the poor people are living in that particular area from where Wanda is coming, isn't it? But even though she is poor, she is not living in Boggin Heights. That is the only difference between Wanda and Madeline. But she had joined with Peggy to make fun of her because Peggy is rich and Peggy is her friend. Understood? Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embraced and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing person. That means she will not answer for the questions what Peggy is asking. Sometimes she used to ask cruel questions to her also. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda exactly. So actually she is feeling sorry to whom? Wanda. Because of Peggy, she is not showing off. Understood? And if she say anything against Peggy, that friendship will get splitted. So she did not want to split that friendship. That is why she is standing along with Peggy to make fun of Wanda. Understood now? So would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dress game. But suppose Peggy and all the others started in on her next. She was as poor as Wanda perhaps, but she was poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda petrosely. So she thought that if the same question is asked to her also, what will happen? Mandy will have no answer to reply, isn't it? Because she also of the same level to whom? Wanda. But so that feeling that is making worry or making fun of Wanda, she thought it is a sorry thing to show sorry to Wanda because she did not like that. Because she is thinking that if the same question is being asked to her also, it will be the same. Understood? So that the pittiness is feeling, that feeling is the emotion is there in the mind of Madeline. Understood now? Because Madeline also equal to whom? Wanda. But only thing not coming from that Boggin Heights. So that who had felt? Madeline had felt how much cruel who is showing? Peggy is showing to Wanda. Today, so although this is the story of Wanda, how she is being treated by the two girls. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. So again the next day also they were waiting for Wanda, but she did not come. But Maddie was glad at the same time. Why? Because now 2-3 days are over and all these days Wanda was not there and they were not making fun of her. She worked for arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8, let us see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, "Hey Peg, let us stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." Because she felt that how sorry she has to be with the Wanda. Because she also if nobody is helping her, Madeline also will have only one set of dress, isn't it? Because others are giving her, she is able to wear more than one. Otherwise, she also will be equal to wonder. So she had no courage to ask directly to Peggy that we will stop asking her about the dresses. Understood? So she wrote in a paper. Hey Peg, let us stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has. So she wrote in a paper. When she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. Somebody she paused and shuddered. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with the new trimmings, so no one in room 13 would recognize it. So at the same time, if Peggy if Peggy asks Madeline also the same question, she will not be able to answer her. Why? One of the dress what she is wearing belongs to whom? Belongs to Peggy. But that means sometimes before Peggy's mother had given to Madeline's mother, and she had did some new trimmings, new stitchings and made it undisguised. That means not to make others understand that the dress belongs to Peggy. Understood? If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. Uncomfortable thoughts means making fun of, to stop making fun of Wanda. What difference did it make? Slowly Maddie threw into bits and notes she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best aligned girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. So she did not want to give that note to Peggy because she knows that Peggy will not do that. And because she is the best girl in the popular girl in the whole room number 13. As for Wanda, she was just some girls who lived up on Boggin Heights and stood along in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about the 100 dresses. So all the time she did not speak anything to the girls, isn't it? The only thing she talked means when they asked her how many dresses she had. Madeline remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with the colored trimmings. And she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green was a red slash. You could look like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in the pretended calculation. That means the girls had made fun of whom also? Madeline also. But because she did not want to split the friendship of Peggy, she had taken that into herself. Understood? Thinking about Wanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. Now the competition was going on in the school and all had joined for the competition. Now the result has to come. Understood? Coloring, that is drawing and coloring contest. For girls, the contest consists of designing dresses. For the girls, it was the contest of designing dresses. Designing dresses. And for boys, designing motorboats. So now all the students have joined for this competition, girls designing dresses and the boys designing motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls medal. So everyone thought when the result come, who will get the reward? Peggy will get, because she is a popular girl, she is rich, isn't it? So everyone thought she is the girl who is going to win the contest. At least that is that, because she is having different dresses also. Most costly dresses she is having. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. At least that is what everybody thought. That means she had drawn the pictures. She could copy a picture in the magazine or some film star's head so that you could almost tell who it was. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they could know. So every student thought that who will win the contest? Maggie will win the contest, because she had drawn many pictures, drawings. So the next day is the result. The next day it was drizzling. Maddie and drizzling means showering, little rain. Maddie and Peggy come to school and hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Why did they hurry? Because they wanted to know who is the winner, isn't it? Naturally, on this day like this, they did not wait for wonder. Petrovsky on the corner of the other street. So on that particular day, they did not wait for Wanda. The street that far away under the railroad tracks and up the hill led to Boggin Heights. So here also we can see some areas in our place also they are under the railway tracks or near the railway lines. So that is also similar to Boggin Heights. Anyway, they weren't talking chances on being late today, because today was important. Because that day, particular day, they did not want to get late. They wanted to go early than usual, because they wanted to know the result. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Said Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, said Maddie. Of course, you will win, Peg. So Peg, everyone, Maddie especially, she is saying that it is you going to win the contest. Hope so, said Peg eagerly. So she also was hoping that she will get the award. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. Gapping means looked around. There were drawings all over the room on every edge and window sill. Dazzling colors and brilliant lavish designs all drawn on great sheet of wrapping paper. So when they entered, they were shocked. They were surprised to see the whole wall was decorated with a variety different colors of dress models. There must have been 100 of them all lined up. So they had thought that it is 100. That much it was there. They must be the drawings for the contest. Everybody stopped and whistled and murmured admiringly. So all were admiring when everybody got inside, all were shocked and wondered to see the whole wall of their room is being decorated with various colors of bright and colored, dark colored, every color variety of designs, dresses. So they thought that also is included for the contest. Understood? And they thought altogether it should be of 100 in numbers. They were admiring the beauty of each and every design. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winners. Jack Boggins had one for the boys. Miss Mason announced the winners. Jack Boggins had one for the boys, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was on exhibition on room 12, along with the sketches by all the other boys. So among the boys who had one, that is making designing motorboats, Jack Boggins. And teacher had said his picture also is placed along with the other boys on room number 12. As for the girl, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most, one girl and room 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. So teacher said, for the girls, many of them had made only one or two designs. But there is a girl from room 13 who had made 100 dresses, 100 designs. All different and all beautiful. They are of various and then beautiful. In the opinion of the judge, any one of the drawing is worthy of winning the prize. So according to the judgment, any one of that can be taken for the winning. I am very happy to say that Wanda Petrosky is the winner of the girls. And the girls, who is the winner? Wanda. She had bought how many dress designs? 100. Unfortunately, Wanda had been absent from school for some times and is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. So, for the whole week she was absent, and now on that particular day also she did not come, and she was not there to receive the winning award. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. So, our daughter, she will be coming the next day, because now the contest is over and the result also been announced. Now class, you may fly around the room quietly and look at the rest in this drawing. They said that look, all the children, you get inside the room and just watch the designs she had made. The children burst into applause. All were very happy, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouth and whistle, though they were not interested in dresses. So when even the boys especially not very much interested as the girls to the dresses, still they also enjoyed the designs and the varieties of the various bright colors. Look, Peg, whispered Madeline, that is that a blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? So among that 100 dresses, one was there, which is the one, the blue faded dress which she used to wear the whole year. Understood? So that was also along with that the remaining 99. Yes, said Peggy, and here is the green one boy, and I thought I should draw. So that is how who had displayed her 100 dresses. Wanda, as she had said to her friends, she had displayed those 100 dresses in the form of different colors and varieties. Understood? So now we come to the end of the first part. Okay.